What if some of the most advanced inventions in history were actually created thousands of years ago? Imagine living in a world without electricity, computers, engines, or factories, yet still designing mechanical computers, primitive batteries, robots, and flying machines. Sounds impossible, right? History books usually describe ancient civilizations as simple societies using basic tools. But hidden across different centuries were inventors whose ideas looked more like science fiction than reality. Some inventions disappeared for hundreds of years, while others arrived too early for the world around them to understand. In today's video, we are exploring historical inventions that were far ahead of their time. Let's get started. 1. The Antikythera mechanism. In 1901, sponge divers exploring a shipwreck near the Greek island of Antikythera discovered a strange, corroded object buried under the ocean. At first, it looked like broken bronze, but years later scientists scanned it using modern imaging technology and made a shocking discovery. Inside the damaged shell rested more than 30 bronze gears connected with incredible precision. Researchers realized this was not decoration. It was a mechanical machine capable of tracking planets, predicting eclipses, and calculating important calendar cycles. The invention became known as the Antikythera mechanism, and many experts now describe it as the world's first analog computer. Ancient engineers built this astonishing device over 2,000 years ago, yet similar mechanical complexity disappeared for nearly 1,500 years after ancient Greece collapsed. Modern replicas proved the mechanism truly worked, completely changing the way experts view ancient scientific intelligence. 2. Hero of Alexandria's Aeolipile. During the 1st century in Roman Egypt, a brilliant inventor named Hero of Alexandria designed a strange spinning machine powered by steam. The invention used heated water inside a sealed container. As steam traveled through pipes into a hollow sphere, pressure escaped through curved nozzles and caused the sphere to spin rapidly. At first glance, the machine looked like a simple toy, but hidden inside it was the foundation of steam engine technology. Hero had successfully converted heat energy into mechanical movement nearly 1,700 years before steam engines transformed the modern world. So why did civilization not enter the Industrial Revolution earlier? Historians believe ancient societies relied heavily on cheap slave labor, meaning wealthy elites had little reason to replace workers with machines. As a result, the invention became entertainment instead of industrial technology. Even today, engineers recognize Hero's device as one of the earliest examples of steam-powered mechanics in history. 3. Al-Jazari's programmable automata. During the Islamic Golden Age, inventor Al-Jazari created machines that looked centuries ahead of his time. Among his most impressive inventions was a robotic musical band designed to entertain royalty. The machine appeared as a decorated boat carrying mechanical drummers, a harp player, and a flute musician powered by flowing water. That already sounds advanced, but the truly revolutionary detail was hidden inside the drumming system. The musical rhythms could be changed by adjusting small pegs placed along rotating cylinders. As the cylinder turned, the pegs triggered different mechanical actions in sequence. In simple terms, the machine followed programmable instructions. Centuries later, similar concepts appeared in punch card systems and early computers. Historians often describe Al-Jazari as one of the earliest pioneers of robotics and automation. His inventions proved that human fascination with programmable machines existed long before modern technology appeared. 4. Leonardo da Vinci's aerial screw. Leonardo da Vinci was not only a famous painter, but also one of history's greatest visionary inventors. Among his boldest concepts stood a strange flying machine called the aerial screw. The design looked like a giant spiral made from cloth stretched around a circular frame. Leonardo believed rapid spinning could push against the air and lift the machine upward, making it one of the earliest helicopter concepts in history. Leonardo carefully studied birds and airflow with scientific curiosity. He understood that air behaved like a physical substance capable of supporting movement. Modern helicopters rely on rotating blades, creating lift through aerodynamics. And although Leonardo's design used different mechanics, the core principle looked surprisingly similar. Unfortunately, the technology needed for real flight did not exist during the Renaissance. Human strength alone could not power the machine. Still, Leonardo's sketches proved his imagination was centuries ahead of the world around him. 5. Charles Babbage and Ada Lovelace's analytical engine. During the 19th century, mathematician Charles Babbage designed an extraordinary machine called the analytical engine. Unlike ordinary calculators, this invention could store information, follow instructions, and perform different operations automatically using punch cards. The design included parts that worked like memory storage and processing units, making it incredibly similar to modern computers long before digital technology existed. Another brilliant figure, Ada Lovelace, later studied the machine and realized something revolutionary. She believed computers could process more than numbers. According to her vision, machines might one day create music, art, and patterns through programmed instructions. Historians now consider Ada Lovelace the world's first computer programmer. Although the analytical engine was never fully built because of engineering and funding problems, modern computer scientists later discovered that many of Babbage's ideas closely resembled modern computer architecture. 6. The Baghdad Battery. During the 1930s, archaeologists discovered unusual clay jars near Baghdad containing copper cylinders and iron rods. At first, researchers struggled to explain their purpose. Later, scientists recreated the setup using acidic liquids, such as vinegar, and discovered something surprising. The jars generated electricity. The amount of power was small, but enough to function like primitive batteries. If ancient people intentionally designed these devices for electrical use, battery technology existed nearly 2,000 years before modern batteries officially appeared. Historians still debate how the jars were used. Some researchers believe they powered electroplating techniques used for jewelry, while others think they played a role in rituals or medical treatments. Even today, the Baghdad Battery remains one of archaeology's most fascinating mysteries because it challenges traditional ideas about ancient scientific knowledge. 7. Ding Huan's gimbal system. Around the 2nd century in ancient China, inventor Ding Huan created a remarkable device designed to safely hold burning incense while moving. The invention used several metal rings placed inside one another with the incense burner balanced at the center. Each ring rotated on a different axis, allowing the middle section to remain upright even when the outer structure tilted or moved. Today, this principle is known as a gimbal system. Modern technology still relies heavily on it. Cameras use gimbals for smooth filming, ships use them to stabilize compasses, and rockets depend on similar systems for navigation control. The most impressive part is that ancient engineers understood this balancing concept nearly 2,000 years ago. Ding Huan's invention proved that many important engineering principles existed long before modern science formally explained them. 8. Zheng He's watertight bulkheads. During the 15th century, Chinese explorer Zheng He commanded enormous treasure fleets that traveled across oceans using highly advanced ships. One of the most revolutionary features of these vessels was the use of watertight bulkheads. Instead of one large hollow interior, the ships contained separate compartments divided by thick walls. If part of the ship became damaged during storms or collisions, water flooded only one section, while the remaining compartments stayed dry. This design dramatically improved survival during dangerous voyages. Modern ships still use the same principle because it limits flooding and increases safety. Historians believe this engineering innovation placed Chinese shipbuilding centuries ahead of many other civilizations during that era. 9. Benjamin Franklin's glass harmonica. Benjamin Franklin created a strange musical instrument known as the glass harmonica using spinning glass bowls mounted along a rotating spindle. Musicians touched wet fingers against the spinning rims to create haunting sounds unlike anything audiences had heard before. The instrument quickly became popular across Europe, and even famous composers like Mozart and Beethoven created music specifically for it. The glass harmonica improved older methods of creating music using separate wine glasses filled with water. Franklin transformed the process into one organized mechanical instrument capable of producing complex melodies. But strange rumors eventually spread across Europe. Some people believed the eerie sounds caused sadness, madness, or illness. Although historians now believe these fears were exaggerated, the instrument slowly faded from popularity. The story perfectly shows how people often fear inventions they do not fully understand. And there you have it, historical inventions that were far ahead of their time. Many of these ideas appeared thousands of years before the world possessed the technology needed to fully understand or use them. Some inventions disappeared from history, while others later inspired modern engineering and science in surprising ways. These incredible creations remind us that human curiosity and innovation were always pushing beyond the limits of their era. Which invention surprised you the most? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about history, science, mysteries, and forgotten technology. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.